Talk about the power of doing less. That's right, it sounds funny, but there's a power in that. Because when we stop trying to do it all, we begin to do what matters most. Our inner peace isn't found in juggling everything, it's born from choosing what truly matters. When we do fewer things with deeper presence, we create a space for clarity, fulfillment, and an inner sense of calm. Mastery doesn't begin with doing more, but in doing what we value most with intention and with heart. And that's something that we haven't learned. Our society is about getting so much done. No. When you start your day and you look at it, what are the top three things? The top three things that are the most important to you. And then focus on the first one until it's done, the second one until it's done, the third one. Doesn't matter if you get all three done. What matters is the quality of effort, the quality of time, the quality of creativity that you put into anything and everything that you do. You know, it's sort of funny. My mom, think about her all the time, even though she's been gone for quite a few years, 14 years, in fact. But we didn't have a lot of money growing up. We were rather on the poor side. But my mother always said, buy things of quality with what you have instead of buying more. In other words, buy a quality pair of shoes, not a cheap pair. Buy a quality pair of pants, not a cheap pair. Buy quality food, not cheap food. She always said, you will never go wrong when you focus on quality. Pretty wise for a woman who immigrated here with no education. Did get educated when she came here in her 40s. And what my mother always did is she always, when she cooked, she cooked with quality. There may have been only four things or three things on the dinner table, but they were quality things. And that's important. And here's the key thing when we're talking about quality. Are you doing it with a sense of love, a sense of joy? Are you fully present? That makes the doing so much better. Or are you worried about the next thing? It's like, I'm talking to you right now. Am I worried about getting out of here and doing something else? If I did that, I wouldn't be present with you. I wouldn't be sharing with you. You would know immediately that his intention is to get out of Dodge as quick as he can. You ever been with someone where you felt they truly weren't listening? Well, that's because listening is not their focus. Do you get that? That's something that most people don't realize, and most people don't seem to have developed the skill to fully be present and fully listen. They're always trying to think of what they're going to respond to, think of what they're going to say next, do all of that, but they never hear you. And most of the time, people don't change. At least that's my experience. I know from my brother, we're very different. Very angry young man. And he didn't change until he was right at death. He had to wait to the moment of death before he finally found peace. Everything before that was arguing, being right. The world's not fair. And I remember him asking me a week before he died, when I was there arranging for care and all of that for him because he had no one in his life but me. And he said, why do you do what you do the way you do it? He says, you and I were brought up the same way. Why are we experiencing life so differently? And I said, because I chose to recreate my past. You chose to live it from a perception that made you angry. I chose to say, all of that stuff that you experienced, that I experienced, it made me strong. It gave me clarity. I didn't look at it as bad. I look at what he thought was a miserable childhood. I looked at as was an incredible childhood, a childhood that molded me into the man I am today. And so I can literally bless my childhood where he cursed it. When you bless something, you bring quality to it. When you curse it, it's not quality, and there'll be a void. So with that, today, do less. Do what's important and do it really well. And with that, it's a great day. Go ahead and make it so. Much love.